Hello and welcome in everyone to another Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets PC Old World Record reaction video. And it's been a while since we've done one of those, but we've stopped at Max G's world record discovering brightness boosting, which was a run that happened in 2016, and today we stay in 2016, actually only a couple days later, because boy, this was a wild time for speedrunning. Today we watched TK's 3722, of course I'll be linking the run and all links to her in the video description, but this was the very first run that pioneered another trick we have yet to see, Skurge Skip, which enables you to jump on some collision in the wall at the beginning of the challenge and drop down all the way to the end, saving roughly a minute of time. And I was also expecting to see a couple more boosts, but to be honest, most of the boosts kinda stayed the same that we saw in the last video, but there are a couple of differences and a couple of new strats, which is always really cool to see. So as always, I hope you enjoy this little update on Harry Potter speedrunning history and also another look into how the strats and how the run is involved. Thank you so much for watching the video, have fun with the react. I am so curious.
Well, I won't because it's free.
Oh, it's a call.
Good job, Alan.
Okay, if it's a call, then I think I actually don't necessarily want commentary. So we have a 3722. That's actually a big world record. So I assume TK probably found some new boosts or something. Let's go. So they don't boost here yet, which makes sense, I guess. Also 120, the big 120 in the corner. I wonder, I mean, this boost even maxed it. Oh, and they still, that's the first thing worth noting. You see TK boosting manually, really fast actually, like a lot faster than Max did it in his last run. But they haven't found reloading yet. Richter Skipper is definitely gonna be in this, I'm almost certain. I'm pretty sure it was in Max run as well. It's definitely been found before brightness boosting was found, like we've seen it in an old record. So that was a good willow, honestly, considering they don't have reload boosting. So I guess I can explain that real quick, but if you watch runs nowadays, you see runners go to the menu once, like this, and then they keep on spamming the brightness slider. But you see TK has to go out of it, and then pause again, and then go out of it and pause again, because they don't have reloading, which we have nowadays. So you reload the game, which means it keeps on running behind the menu, and then you can keep on boosting. Also, yeah, no menu glitch, no arrow keys. Exactly. This is full-on manual boosting. If this doesn't have Richter Skipper, I'm reporting the stream for fraud. Okay, bet. It's okay. We can go for that. All right. So pretty good willow though. Honestly, as far as manual boosts go, that was pretty smooth. I mean, we're also on 1.25 speed, I guess, but yeah. But I wonder if the one up to Richter Sempra is known, because Max did not do it. So let's see if, I think, how much later was this actually than Max's record? This was 3 days after. So 3 days after brightness boosting was found, this is how much it developed. Okay, so no boosting here, interesting. Interesting setup there as well. Trying to go on the banister, and then here I think trying to go on the banister as well. Yes, and then falling off. I guess not optimal, but what can you do? At least making it up to Richter, and then probably Richter Skipper is gonna happen. Let's see if we get some fake inputs. Nope. Okay, I'm really curious about the boost though. Like, that's gonna be the main difference. There's just gonna be new boosts. So far it's been the same as Max's run, just a bit cleaner, I think. Richter Skipper, nice lag, okay. Yeah, for people that haven't seen this trick, when we did it the last time, you don't see this anymore in 60 FPS runs. But because this is still in 120 FPS, as you can tell if I move this a bit in the top right, the first cutscene skips a bit quicker. So the cutscene skip is done quicker than on 60 FPS, which gives you barely enough time to squeeze through the door. And it's actually a pretty dang difficult trick. Like, it's the runners make it a lot, make it seem a lot easier than it actually is. Like, that needs a very precise setup. Oh, gets bad RNG though. I'm surprised TK continued that. If I recall, like, correct, she reset for a lot of things back in the days. Like, a lot of minor things. But I guess not for bad beam bonus from RNG. So that is 10 seconds lost, which is unfortunate. Now that is a Richter I wouldn't mind running. I think it's really fun doing the 120 FPS Richter. I think it's actually a pretty dang cool level and actually enjoyable. Boosting is new, probably not worth resetting to RNG. That is a fair point, yeah. Since at this point nobody has an optimized run, that's a good point. Okay, Quidditch is Quidditch. Are we getting hit? That's the only big question. I skipped a bit too much. Yep, actually losing 2.5 seconds to Quidditch. Disparage. How is this gonna world record losing those huge amounts of time to RNG? Also another fun thing about 120 FPS. Who holds the record? Oh my god, that would be a stupid IL actually these days. Jesus, yeah, that would be dumb. But yeah, another fun thing about 120 FPS. People are probably familiar with the potion softlock, right? Where if you walk into the cauldron too quickly, the game just softlocks and the cutscene doesn't resolve. On 120 FPS, that can just sometimes randomly happen anyways, because it's so stable, the game runs so well. Tia did explain that you need to wait an extra line. Oh, okay, interesting. I thought it was random from what I remember. I mean, I did a couple of 120 FPS runs, but maybe it's just that. Oh yeah, yeah. You see TK wait a bit longer than runners normally do here, until the next line comes up. And I guess then it can't happen. That makes sense. Interesting. But yeah, another fun thing about 120 FPS, it's even more broken in that segment. As we make our way to Scourge. Okay, so I'm kind of curious about the commentary here though. Because, you know, apparently Skurge Skip is the new thing. Is a new trick. Like, this is the first world record that does it, so I'm really curious to hear anything. Also, sorry for pausing all the time, but also another reason why resetting to 10 seconds of RNG is not worth it. Because, yeah, you have Skurge Skip, which is gonna save like 2 minutes.
We wouldn't need a glitch for it, we just need a way to trigger the gloating on Ultra. Or like, we wouldn't need like some crazy wrong warp or something, is what I mean. The loading zone for chamber is always there.
Oh, they're talking about early chamber, that's kind of funny.
But even if we could activate it, we wouldn't be able to skip much, we'd just skip forest at this point.
That is also true, yeah. Because you couldn't really do much because you don't have the spells. So even if we could somehow clip into the chamber, we would still have to learn the spells to make it through chamber. Well, you would skip Spongify as well, I guess. You would have to play up to Defendo, then you could clip in. Because chamber is possible without Spongify, but you do need at least Defendo. Why did the 120 FPS got yoinked down to 60? Basically, mostly for fairness, I think, because not everyone could reach 120. And also because I think it's more how the game runs like correctly, basically. Because again, 120 FPS cutscenes skip too quick, the Basilisk has too much poison, some other stuff is kinda janky and broken, the Cauldron softlock and stuff. Yeah, it's like less stable basically, yeah. And 60 is like, yeah, I mean truly intended it's at 30, that's true, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Oh wait, they fail Scourge. Oh, that's it? That's so interesting. Or does TK get a fake input here? Oh, okay, it's a fake input. Oh my god, what a world record. This is getting fucked by RNG left, right, and center.
Ghost inputs on first round of Scourge.
Ghost inputs, yeah.
I exited the cap.
Hey, hey, I can do Scourge. Alright, so, this is Scourge.
She actually explains it. Wow.
And this is Skurge Skip, so there you go.
Alright, this is a really bad first.
I'm surprised that only saves that little. I mean, it saves a minute, I guess, but I assume they used to do the snail boost, the backup for bingo. Yeah, this is a setup that's not really used anymore these days. Okay. That's such a weird setup. So she positions at the edge of the... Oh, why does Twitch go back so far? Positions at the edge of the carpet? I don't really see a visual cue there, but I guess it works. Interesting to note though, this trick is a lot easier on 120 FPS. The angle is a lot more generous, and it's also a different one. So obviously that is why we don't see this setup anymore, because it wouldn't work on 60. Because all wall walks are like a bit different on 60 FPS compared to 120. But that was incredibly clean. Like, it's still not free, don't get me wrong. Like, even on 120 FPS, that is not an easy trick to get. So very nicely played on that one. I have thought about that a lot, Vlad, yeah. To travel back in time with all the strats and knowledge from nowadays, hell yeah. That would be absolutely amazing, but I think people would suss you out a bit. But I mean, what are they gonna do, right?
Yeah, DB. It's basically a wall walk type deal, but...
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have the boost here. Yeah, imagine how mind-blown people would have been if you travel back to those times and you're just like... You're just doing the current fastest routes with like boosting and stuff. Like, the people would be mind blown. It's insane. This boost took forever. Yeah, I'm curious when that starts. I mean, it's a minor thing, so yeah, that would have been really cool, the time travel aspect. I mean, that's how people must have felt when Max came up with brightness boosting, when he just posted that. Okay, do they have pause casting? I actually wonder when that comes up. They do not. But we have talked about that on an older world record attempt. I think Beaver said it, who was around at that time, that for a long time people just didn't go for pause casting because it was deemed too difficult and not worth it. So everyone just kind of pushed it. Apparently, I've been told. I do not know that from experience. So take it with a grain of salt, but... Okay, pretty... standard crab pushing, I guess, for the time. The snails should be no problem. Interesting, only decides to stun one side and then the other one. Curious about the strats in the maze. Are they jumping down yet, or are they still taking... Oh, they're doing the wall walk. I believe that's the first time. How much time does pause casting save? Oh, quite a lot. Quite a lot. I would say probably 40, 50 seconds, probably, something like that. But yeah, that's the first time we've seen this. Also, a slightly different angle in 120. You can go basically parallel to the wall and you get it like every time. So far, interestingly enough, I was looking forward to new boosts, and so far it's only been new wall walks. This one we've seen a couple of times before. Saving a tiny bit. This jump we've also seen a good chunk of times now. Oh, I'm surprised! I'm surprised they still don't boost here. What the hell? That's so surprising. Like, this is the prime example of like what you want. Like, it's an area that goes up and you have a ledge grab. Like, this is the prime example of a boostable area. Maybe not too much slower compared to slow brightness boost. Yeah, we have to keep that in mind, of course. Brightness boosting was a bit slower because it was manual, but even you save a lot of ledge grabs. Yeah, I guess the boost just wasn't known yet. Maybe they always got stuck or something trying it, something like that. So, I mean, since they didn't do the pause casting, I assume Malfoy is just gonna be the good old Malfoy thingy, the good old glitchless strat, rather, is what I wanted to say. Yeah, okay. Going to the right, going to the left, beating Malfoy. So, are they gonna do the frog strat in Defender? Wait, no, wrong time. That's the glitchless tournament, my bad. so used to commentate like that. So Defendo though, Defendo is interesting. I don't remember what Max did last time. Yeah, it was definitely not the frog thing. That would have broken the meta in 2016, yeah. That would have been absolutely insane. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is found. Oh my god, this is actually so difficult though. like a small ledge grab, you have so little time to actually... Oh, that's what Max did? Oh, okay. You have so little time to actually get the boosts in because the animation is so short. So with a manual boost, this is actually really difficult.
That's not gonna work.
You have to pause like super early.
Come on, dude. Alan!
What the fuck?
Alan! You know I made, or it said there's no way you can fuck up Defendo. I'm pretty sure I just lost sub 60.
Alright, there we go.
Lost sub 60? Wait, what? Oh, sub 36? I assume that was sub 36, probably. But yeah, that was not the cleanest. But that boost is genuinely difficult. Sub 16, I don't think that's what TK wanted to say, right? Because I don't see that making sense. Or maybe sub 36, 16 or something? I don't know. Oh, sub 16. Oh, sub 16 Defendo. Okay. Well, it was tied, I guess, so. 2 many tries and she still got world record. I think Skurge Skip really carried because that's the first time it was done, so yeah. Okay, Boom Slang. I don't think Max boosted in Boom Slang, surprisingly. I don't think, at least. It's hard for me to remember because it's been a while at this point. Oh no, TK isn't gonna boost either. She's gonna use the mushroom. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess that works. I think that's new, at least. So use the mushroom to get the medium boost, where it's like a lot easier to get onto the roof, especially with manual boosting. I respect that, that makes a lot of sense. That is probably the easiest way to do that. I really don't know. I don't think, like, Max barely boosted, but I think he might have done that one. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before from him. Like, I think he's done Defendo and then this one, yeah. But, like, he barely used any during the run, so... But yeah, so far I don't think we've really seen any new ones compared to Max's first PB. We've just seen some wall walks and, obviously, Skurge Skip. Dumbledore Skip. Wow, that was a nice one, actually. I want to see. Is there a reaction?
That's what you were doing earlier.
Hey, I didn't fuck up Nick's skip for once. Or Dumbledore skip, rather.
That's relatable. That's just every runner ever, basically. Okay, Goyle. This boost is probably not a thing. Yeah. The one on the moving block is genuinely difficult, even with reloading and stuff. It's a super tough boost. So I'm not surprised they're not going for it back in the days yet. Oh, skipping safe books though. So we're not boosting here, I assume, no. If you boost here, you definitely want to take that safe book. It's interesting, there's so many open air areas where I would have thought, like here for example, like how do you, oh, she does. Okay, good. Very late into the animation. I was about to say, how do you not boost here, but okay, at least they found that. That is definitely an improvement over Max. I'm pretty sure Max did not boost in Goyle. So this is actually a new found, or a new find rather, compared to the last time we've watched the record. This wall walk, okay, this is interesting, because we have seen, I believe, Pokey? I don't know, someone went for this wall walk here. 120 FPS boosting is kinda nuts. Yeah, it is. It feels so good to play on 120, I'm not gonna lie. It feels really smooth. Yeah, we've seen people attempt this wall walk, so I'm surprised, but maybe it was just deemed too, like, unreliable or something to skip the crab pit. Because it is a weird one. I think on 120 it's even weirder, if I recall correct. Okay, so this is just Goyle. Are we gonna get to see the wall walk at the end though? Huh? Interesting movement going to the left there. Oh my god, we are! Oh my god, what is this setup? I mean, I guess it's a 120.
Yeah, also salty because he gets his 3 record. Keepa. Hey, I thought that was gonna fail for some reason.
I thought that is gonna fail as well, but
salty.
I'm surprised they know that yet. That's insane. The angle on 120 is very different from what we're used to. That's so cool.
Yeah, Alan's so salty because he gets his free record. Keepa kappa. Hey, I thought that was gonna fail for some reason.
Oh, you went back to check Max did the boost at the snake elevator? Oops, my bad. Never mind then. Sorry I did Max dirty. Sorry, Max. Okay, never mind. I take that back. So apparently that was a thing. Did he also do the one in Boomslang though, Wrench, if you have it open still?
Yep.
Oh my god, those split times hurt me physically. Why would you not split on the load where the timer stops?
The split time was bad, but the split itself was okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least we're in agreement on that. Fair enough. Yeah. The 120 FPS world record could be beat by a lot, honestly. Oh, he did. Okay. So far, I guess we have not seen a new boost yet. Interesting. I would have thought that's the first thing people were looking for, but I guess they just took Max's boosts and just optimized on top of it. And then TK found Skurge Skip and then optimized that on top of it. That's actually so interesting. I thought people were just looking for new spots to boost in everywhere. Also, what is that fire? What the fuck? Wait, did you see that? What is this? Why is this so stoic? Isn't it supposed to move? Doesn't that usually have like moving particles? Sorry, I want to see that one more time. I know it's just a fire, but is that just 120 FPS? It could be. Could be, actually. Huh? That's PS. That should have worked. 85 FPS. Yeah, I'm not sure why that doesn't work. It might be more 120 FPS weirdness. I have no idea. It could be anything, honestly. The ropes are so freaking stupid. Like, cutting that, like the hitbox is the worst thing ever. Honestly, the bridge skip in Slytherin is one of those tricks that's really difficult to get consistent. But once you've gotten it consistent, you're very rarely failing it. So it's like, you know, there's this level you have to reach, and it takes like a while. You have to really climb up here. But once you've reached this level, it's like free. You know, you keep it. And it's never gonna lose, like you're never gonna fail it, or very rarely. Speaking of bridge skip, we will get to see that. So, is it the new bridge skip? No, it is still this one, because the one you see nowadays is incredibly difficult on 120 FPS. The one where you go straight across, I think it's possible, I'm pretty sure, but it is so difficult. But honestly, this strat, I've tried it. I have not gotten it. This strat is really stupid as well. Like, you have to jump at the perfect timing to hit that switch, so the poison drops, and then you can just make it across. Really cool trick. We've seen it a couple times though, like, even from the times of like Resp and stuff, way before brightness boosting, of his older records and stuff. We've seen that. Okay, I assume Slytherin is gonna be pretty straightforward. No shortcut through the pillars yet. The Scourge slime is called poison. I think it's just ectoplasm actually in the game, yeah. Would that be doable on 60? I think so. I believe you can. Weird cycles. Yeah, so not the optimal movement here. Not going through basically the pillars. Like, you kind of want to go here, in here, basically, to shortcut a bit. And then in here, and so on. Looks like all the fires and the torches are frozen. Yeah, that's really weird. I guess because 120 FPS is too fast or something. That's really cursed. I've never noticed that when I actually ran the game. Or ran the category. Oh, unfortunate movement into the door. Happens though. Spongify, I believe, is one of the level Max boosted in, right? He must have. That is such an obvious boost. Yeah, clearly it's not just the game being bad. Has to be cheated. Yep. Max boosted in Spongify, yeah. Oh my god, what? Oh god, wait, is that... I want to see the reaction to that.
Nice.
I'm curious if she blames the fake input because they're very rare in Spongify, or if it was a misinput.
Try it again, chat.
This
If
is
you're gonna
nothing.
be a troll, then be a good troll. If you're not gonna be a good troll, then get the fuck out.
I agree with that as well, by the way. That is 100%.
I have no patience for dumbasses thinking they're funny when they're not.
Well done, Harry. You've advanced to the next round.
I give that a +1. I give that a big +1. So I think it was just, yes, she was slightly early on the button press, like Portal said. May have gotten a nod in the chatter, possible. I wouldn't be surprised. That's me out, nice. I mean, I can bear a bit of like bad jokes because we do get them. Like, I don't want to, you know, we do get them. It's just how it happens. I can bear a bit of them, but when it's dangerous is when I'm already pissed. Like, if we've done a run and it went like horrible, or we've been stuck somewhere for like a while, yeah, that's when people, that's when the timeouts happen, basically. But usually I just ignore, you know. Oh yeah, no, this is way before Swedish. Swedish was found to be faster. Like, people really didn't bother timing languages for a long time. I don't remember when exactly, but it must have been like 21 or so. 20, 21, something like that, I believe. So this is like way before that was even thought about, I guess, with the timing languages. Yeah, so it's definitely been while I was running that was found. Like, I was playing on English for a good while, basically. Okay, so Spongify. Should be the same boost that Max 3 went for then. Oh, oh, okay, I like that. I think that's a setup to always get the long one somehow, even though it looked a bit not super consistent because there's like adjustment in the air, but I mean, it works here, getting the long one. Yeah, it's crazy how long ago 2016 was, but Yo Extruders. Oh, fails at once though, that's some time loss. Curious if there's reactions to that. Wow, this boost seems freaking awful as a manual boost. Not happy.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong button, dude.
Ah, okay. Pressed the wrong button. Understandable, I do that all the time, honestly. Yeah, that is, I mean, we're on 1.25 as well, Portal, don't forget about that, but that is still really good manual boosting. There's definitely improvement in what Max did in his first run in terms of brightness boosting, you know, which was just obviously quite sloppy because he just wanted to get the world record, so runners have been practicing since then, clearly. Curious when we get menu glitch. Yeah, I wonder if that even happens before reloading is found, to be honest with you. It might not. It might be a thing that was just people kind of discovered after reloading. Okay, we have the Tom Riddle cutscene. It never killed no one. What's she doing in this? That's always important. Oh, I kind of like this. This is kind of the cinematic angle, looking at Hagrid and Tom Riddle duking it out behind the scenes. Okay, this is the standard start of Forest, hasn't really changed since then. Getting the frog if you're low, also understandable. Waits a bit for the Tentacula to not fully lose the health instantly again, which makes sense. Pretty sure that trick was known, right? It's actually interesting though how she keeps on skipping the safe books very religiously. And I really wonder why. Did the timer not stop yet or something? I'm really not sure. Yeah, I really don't know what the idea behind that is. Maybe Giga Chat. Yeah. If you're good at the game, then you don't need to do that. I don't know. Oh, going left here, interesting. Definitely slower, but I guess back then not known. No spell tag. Yeah, that was definitely also not known yet to have faster speed in midair with jumping. Oh, this boost. Oh, that's so cool. It's actually really fascinating how she waits until the very end of the ledge grab every boost. Like that. Nowadays we don't do that anymore because it's the same effect if you boost early. You still get the same height. But I guess it was probably thought to be more effective if you boost late into the animation. I'm not sure. It's interesting, at least. But that's a cool little skip. That's a sneaky little boost on the rock. I don't know if Wrench is still here, who can confirm if Max did that or not, but I don't think he did. Okay, Aragog. No pause casting, which is unfortunate. No rock boost. Okay, so that is a new strat. Let's go. Nice golden Aragog, actually. Let me actually watch that back. So I think it's, I mean, this is the best strat for a while. Like this, before pause casting, this used to be the best strat. Just standing in the middle, like right in front of Aragog. You want to move around as little as possible, because every time you move position, Aragog turns. And the time he spends turning, he's not attacking you, obviously. So it takes him longer to do this, to go up again. So you do want to stay in front of him as much as you can, which TK is doing absolutely amazingly here. And then obviously dodge the attacks. Really good RNG on those attacks, to be completely honest. And there we go. And then that's just the Spongify tile, doesn't jump off next to the hospital wing, which is good. We've seen that before. Obviously they do not have Scourge Snipe, God bless them. They got lucky that they didn't have to deal with that, even though I believe it was at least theorized at that point, but just not thought to be really viable. Or at least it was theorized a couple years later. Not sure when that was started. And then this setup though is what's still used for some people in glitchless if you don't go for the snipe. If you stand on this block and then cast the Scourge, that's important. You have to climb on this before you cast Scourge. Then the cycle always lines up. Then you just have to run and go backwards. And you'll never get hit by the doors. But it's important to jump on there first, otherwise you get crushed eventually. And then here, I wonder if the strat is found? No. Oh, interesting though. I don't know if they used to do that you don't need to cast on the thing. It might be an older strat, I don't remember. It probably is, to be fair. Oh god. Slightly mistiming the jump there, it's a bit unfortunate. But it is still a very comfortable world record pace. This one! Yo! Did Max do this one? Oh, I don't remember. Wrench, I'm sure, is gonna tell us again. This one saves a lot, because this room can fuck off. This room is horrible. So just boosting straight to the top from that ledge grab, even with the manual one, it saves probably a minute, to be honest. Like, this is it's insane time save. And then this is also new, I believe. Another long ledge grab, boosts really late, gets all the way up though. Nice! Max went around, and I assume here as well. Like, I believe Max didn't do it, and yeah, she pulled off those two, which is probably like a 2-minute time save or something, over going around. So at least those were found. It's very few new boosts, but those are cool. I'm glad to see those. Dumbledore Skip. Oh, Dumbledore Skip is ancient. Like, when we started watching, I'm pretty sure even Bart the Val had it. So I'm pretty sure it's like since 2008 or whatever. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure he went for it, even 100% certain. So, yeah. It's really, really old. No boost at the end here, but that one is also actually pretty tough. It's a boost into a wall walk, so like finding that took a while. Who was the founder? I mean, the first run was done by, what's his name again? MKT 2015. Ironically enough, in 2006. So, yeah, you know, but yeah, the first runners, I guess, was this era. Alchemagician, Noob Buster, and Frozen, probably. I guess you could say that. And then eventually, like, Resp and the rest joined, I guess. But those were the absolute OGs. Oh, they have damage strats as well. That's cool. I don't know if this has been done before. If this has been done by anyone before, because like now they know it, she doesn't use it here, interestingly enough, but uses it in the first Basilisk part, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the snake is going crazy because 120 FPS. It has like double the poison, basically. It's so
Take that,
stupid.
Alan. I took your record.
Oh, heh.
Take
GG's.
that, Alan. I took your record.
It's interesting how it's Alan's record, but it says resp at the top. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. Apparently it just wasn't updated yet. The ultimate disrespect is in the call with him and doesn't even change the record before beating it. Let's go. That's great. Yeah, I believe one cycle snake has literally only happened once, Warren, and that was human, and like practice and hours of grind. I don't think anyone else has ever pulled that off, but imagine, yeah, that would be ridiculous. Someone just randomly somehow got it. Yeah, GG's. Oh yeah, true, the record was standing for 30 minutes, so I guess he got it while this run was going on. That's interesting. That's true. Yeah, no reaction, you know. Record.
This was a terrible run.
Field speedrunner, man.
Only because of Skurge Skip. Literally only because of Skurge Skip.
I mean that's fair. I can understand that because that's the new strat, right? So, I mean, it's just like, you know, normal world record holder stuff, you know. Gets world record, complains about how shit it was. I mean, that's not me anymore because I don't get world records anymore, but yeah, that was fun. That was really, really fun. I very much enjoyed watching that. That was a treat.